That is good banter.
Thomas.
Start button and hello everybody and welcome to episode 38 of the Good Banter podcast, and it is all happening in the lives of Evan Hocking and Tom Siegert at the moment because Evan's got his. We may as well cut straight to the chase, unless you want to get something early and keep this big one later on in the. Fuck it, we'll get straight into it.
Get straight into it, mate.
It's the main topic of conversation. Let's face it. So you've got your wedding coming up in how many days?
Hopefully. Okay, so we're recording Saturday. For all the listeners out there, this comes out Tuesday, so it is a week and a half. Saturday week is meant to be the wedding.
So when they hear it.
When they hear it,
it'll be a week and a half.
It will be a week and a half. It's meant to be Saturday, the 7th of August, and we've got to make the call. We've got a week out.
Because if you haven't been listening to any other apps, here's the fairly important part of the storyline. The wedding is in fucking
Port Douglas.
Jesus.
FNQ, Far North Queensland. So we're fucking in all sorts here.
And if you don't own a television or a radio or don't have any friends, you may not know that Vic...
living under a rock.
Vic is in a...
World of hurt.
It is blood red at the moment. It's in a red zone and we can't leave the fucking street, let alone jump on an aeroplane and fly your friends up to Port Douglas.
No, that's right. And it all happened very quickly. I think I mentioned last week, like the day before we recorded, mate, I was in holiday mode. I'm like, it's happening, and then
we hadn't had a case for a while.
Hadn't had a case, and the next day, I'm getting all these messages going, are you shitting yourself? I said, what, have I had a dodgy curry or something? I've got no idea what they're talking. I said, what do you mean? I said, we've had 7 cases and... it's all looking like it's going to shit because when I had my bucks, everyone was saying, it's best that we have an outbreak now. You're going to be fine for the wedding. You just can't predict anything, mate. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, it's fuck. Because this is take 2 for you. We went through exactly the same shit. Well, last year it was...
We knew a long time out.
We're in the shit. But this one's a bit going to go down to the fucking wire. This is a nail biter. Edgier seat type stuff.
It is.
But the thing is, I guess, you don't have to just make your decision on the day. People need to prepare shit, don't they? They need to cancel. If they cancel. And so you sent out a text message.
I did. I actually got
which was very nice of your good self.
Got a little bit of advice off you because what we said was that, because a mate messaged me and said, what's your contingency? Are you going to rebook? And Kristen actually said, she was like, if we're got to cancel the wedding for a second time, what should we do? And I said, maybe just be friends.
It seems like an easier option at this stage.
This is not happening.
Fucking hell, this is not meant to be.
It's not meant to be.
Look, I'm sure maybe, we all get tested in life. Maybe it's just a little test. And
do you think it's God's way of saying... Because obviously Kristen, she's a doctor. I'm a pasty sort of red-headed sort of bloke. Do you reckon it's maybe God's way of saying we can't let Evan Hocking marry a doctor, otherwise it's going to give, red-headed, like losers, too much hope in life?
We're saying the fear that there could be a red-headed doctor or something.
No, the fear that other redheads will look at me and think, I've got nothing, but then they see me marrying a doctor and it gives them hope.
Yeah, the last thing we want to do is be giving redheads hope.
Nah, we've been...
well, it's maybe giving her a chance to have a think about it, and look, she still seems keen.
She does.
What the annoying thing for her would be, and correct me if I'm wrong, how women leading up to the wedding go through that maybe... 2 or 3 months of health. She's had a fitness to, get perfect, the skin right, get the bloody body
great.
Right. She's had to drag that out for fucking 2 years, which is a good thing for you.
Oh, it's great. She's been, she is looking phenomenal. As I mentioned, she's had the teeth whitening. She's been on the health kick. She's eaten 3 rice bubbles in the last month. She's on fire. And now she's had a couple of days where she hasn't done any exercise. She's like, I put it all. She's lost like 8 kilos, 8.5. So she'll probably correct me. It might be 9 since like Anzac Day.
Wow,
She's fired up.
So what would you do if the wedding's called off? If you're a gambling man,
yeah, I'm not. Which I'm not really. But talk to me.
Would you say the wedding's going ahead?
No, I'm saying it's not.
It's not going ahead.
No, it's pretty fucked.
Yeah,
it's not looking good,
which is all. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. After it's been a long year after the last cancellation.
Yeah,
but look, we
could still go on the honeymoon.
Still go on the honeymoon.
We're going to be the first couple to. Well, I'm sure people might have done it before, but we're going to go on the honeymoon before we actually fucking get married.
And you would be excused for. Like, normally most people do things in the order of, you get married, the house, the kid. Surely no one's, even the most strict of religious people wouldn't be frowning upon you for having a child or something before wedlock.
Well, you wouldn't think that. I mean, she thinks, we've put the wedding off twice. I feel like a bit of an idiot. Like, how bad do you think I feel? Because I said it was a good idea when we first hooked up that we save ourselves for the wedding night.
Oh.
So I've got the fucking blue balls here, buddy.
Well, imagine
so
that.
I'm an idiot.
Imagine if there's couples out there that are legitimately
waiting to lose their virginity on their wedding night and the they just keep putting off.
Oh, so it's one thing to be following the bloody the daily count. If you might lose your bond on a bloody hotel. Imagine if it was your first route on the line. Fucking hell! The tension of come on, Dan, come on, Dan,
let us in Queensland. Open that border. Got to get a route, baby.
But surely any female, any bride worth their salt's gonna. I don't know. Just going to relieve him in some way.
Just relieve him. It's a hand job in the car park or a little blow job.
There's people out there that would be in that situation.
Could you maybe get a fake vagina? Would that still count as losing your virginity?
A fake...
those...
It's more about the female. Oh, no, maybe it's the guy as well.
The guy. I think it's more the guy, isn't it? Maybe it's the female, but maybe she could just jackhammer away.
The fake vagina. Would she be involved or...
I don't know. It's probably
dry route. I don't know.
It's a dry route in a park.
I don't know. If it's in a park, I think it's okay.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't know. I haven't read the fine print on the Catholic ruling there, but I'm sure there's ways around it considering the unprecedented times.
That's exactly right. So it's not looking good. We have So I sent out the message because people have got accommodation tied up. They're not sure what's going on. Some people might have been. Flights, that's right. Trips out to reefs or whatever. People want to do a bit of sightseeing. They got babysitters. They're taking their parents up to look after their kids. It's just a whole bloody schmozzle.
Oh, it's a fucking dog's breakfast.
It's a real dog's breakfast. So, but apparently a lot of the accommodation joints have been fantastic. Like my brother and his wife Louisa, they said that they had something booked, and the accommodation they've paid in full.
Yep.
And the accommodation said if it's the day of. And you can't make it, we'll give you a full refund. It's all great. So people have been, amid all this chaos and crap, people have, you see a bit of good.
Not always, eh? So I'm meant to be going to Brisbane, going to the Gold Coast next week for a couple of gigs the week before your wedding, and that's not happening. I've pulled the pin. I've accepted that, but so I got a little 1-bedroom apartment for 4 days, and I just messaged the lady, I'm not going to make it. How do I go about getting my money back? And she said, no, can't get your money back. You can put it off. You can come back another time. And that's fucking useless. When am I going to, I'm not going to get up there for another 12 months.
Yeah,
I can't even take the family up because I take the family.
Or something like that.
So we're a chance.
Go up to Brisbane. But, that's the thing. And that was the thing with the Airbnb that was meant to be booked for my bucks. So one of my mates put the whole lot on the credit card, and they, exactly like you, they said, we can't get there. We cannot, there's a lockdown before this one. We can't get to the peninsula. We cannot physically get there. It's more than 25 Ks away.
Yep, that's a good
Can we get our money back? And they go, no, you're going to have to use it at some other stage. And said, how the fuck do you get, 20 blokes together again? And he's got this hanging over that he has to somehow
I don't know if
family.
I don't know if any listeners have ever organised a bucks trip or a footy trip. It's hard enough to get the money when the event actually goes ahead. Try getting the money back when it fucking doesn't go ahead, and you're trying to get guys to pay $200 or whatever for nothing.
How many
chance.
bucks parties you organise?
Ooh, it's been a few. Maybe bucks, maybe 4.
Yeah.
4, maybe involved in.
Yeah.
Not solely. One walked a very, very, very tight line of fine line of blackface. One of them. A good mate,
right?
A good mate, Rowdy, is a and this was a few years ago, so maybe and blackface hasn't been okay for a long time.
No. Was it before or after Hey Dad? Sorry, Hey It's Saturday.
Hey Dad wasn't.
No, I don't think blackface was the issue with Hey Dad.
There's a few other issues. Hey Dad.
Hey Dad. Hey Dad, put your cock away.
So, I would have been well after. Yeah. So,
okay.
but it wasn't. Anyway, so we organised the bucks, and my mate, mad Collingwood supporter, and the joke was he's always dreamed of playing for Collingwood.
Okay.
Which obviously he's never going to do.
No,
and he's always dreamed of having a tan because he's a fairly pasty white bloke from Irish heritage.
Ooh,
so we got
no tan. They get absolutely no tan.
So we got the we got about 5 bottles of spray tan.
Yes.
And we didn't think anything of it. We were thinking, it's a tan. And so we've sprayed him. Look, he's getting a tan, and we're in front of his fiancée, and she's going, oh, actually, don't mind it.
It looks all right.
So we're spraying him up and down. It wasn't until it got a bit dark, it was like, oh, this is getting a bit blackfacey here. But we're already out and about, and we were having a great time. We had a big group, so no one was really saying much. But it was on the border of blackface.
Well, I reckon there's some women who go a bit like you look at those bodybuilders and that. That's borderline blackface, isn't it?
It's got to be. That's one of the worst looks getting around.
That's horrific, but I think it makes you look more cut, more ripped.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
That's
certainly not to increase the attraction levels, because you look like you sort of look like
you've been through a meat smoker or something.
You do.
You look like a fucking brisket.
You look like you've tried to smoke a fucking greyhound or something. You know, the really lanky and ripped and I don't know,
smoke
maybe not,
a greyhound.
Like killed a greyhound and put it in a smoker.
Oh, so they...
Surely you understood what I meant.
Oh, mate, yeah. Just now it's all making sense, mate.
Perfectly logical.
You look like a smoked greyhound.
You look like a smoke. What did I say?
I think you look like you've eaten a smoked greyhound or something. No, I don't know what you said.
Nah, sorry,
that's
mate.
right.
I'm all over the shop.
No, that's all right. That's all right.
So the wedding's fucked.
We're fucked. We could still go to the honeymoon, Badara Island, all inclusive in Badara Island.
When's the honeymoon?
Oh, I think that's a week and a half after. So maybe.
Where's Badara Island?
Oh, that's down near like Mission Beach. So that's still
Where's Mission Beach?
That's near Townsville. Do you know where Townsville is?
Townsville, got it.
Townsville is 4 hours
beautiful part of the
below.
world, but also Queensland. So,
also Queensland.
Mate,
we'll get there.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but and you've got to keep attempting to have your wedding there, unless you just cut your losses, which you're not going to do because you've paid all these deposits.
All the deposits, and then
you
don't want to throw those deposits away, so you just got to keep persisting, mate. That's like life, really, isn't it? You just got to keep persisting. I'll tell you one thing though. I mean, you throw the wedding plans up the shitter and this and that.
Yeah,
another thing that's fucking got me on edge. I've got a fucking haemorrhoid, Tommy.
You serious?
Yeah, I got a haemorrhoid. It's sort of been an ongoing issue. Have you ever had a haemorrhoid?
Yes. I'm not allowed to be frivolous.
What?
Are you serious? And Siri's answered.
My phone has just, for the first time ever, gone to Siri, and it's asked the question, are you allowed to be frivolous?
No, it said, are you serious?
Yeah.
And then it said, no, but you're allowed to be frivolous or something. I don't know.
Siri,
she's never piped up during any of these
down. She's not
podcasts.
there for that reason.
And then as soon as I mention a haemorrhoid, her ears popped up. And she goes, oh, I might be able to add a little bit to this conversation. You ever had a haemorrhoid? Been on the roids?
Have not had a haemorrhoid. Have not had a haemorrhoid.
Because what is the cause? This is the sort of second bout. I don't know. Is it maybe stress? Am I stressed about the wedding? Sometimes I think it's...
it's from squeezing too hard for a shit, isn't it?
Maybe I'm not getting enough vitamin C or what?
Or
Metamucil. I need some Metamucil. Maybe I'm constipated.
Maybe shit's too hard and you've got to...
Some of them are rock hard.
But famously, I lived with a guy, Donk was his name.
Donkey.
Donker Hulleran. Great guy. But he got the nickname... he had a hemorrhoid once. And this used to be in my suburban football.
Has it gone? It's gone out, has it?
It's gone out. It was a bit of a... Used to gross people out a bit. But it was true. So he had this hemorrhoid, which sort of... And you got to be watching the videos.
Get on the YouTube, because we're in a totally different... And this... Where we are now, we are sitting on a leather couch. I don't know if it's fucking real leather.
No, this would be real leather. Yeah.
I'll smell it. Yeah, it smells like real leather. But it's like a casting couch sort of situation. And if anyone looks in the window here, they are going to be going, these guys are filming porn. For sure.
But not the case.
Get on the YouTube and check that out. YouTube's grown. We're up to 36 subscribers. So, I mean, it's a slow build, Tommy.
It's a very slow build. But it's getting there. It's a council. So the council's building this one.
Get around it.
But so the sphincter, my mate sphincter, you obviously got the perfectly round bum hole, but he had this huge hemorrhoid that sort of covered up half of his arsehole. So when the shit would come out of his asshole, it would
it's like digging a spoon into the ice cream or something.
It would take a scoop.
Did he warm it up?
No, it was just, it would take a scoop out of his shit, and so his shit, and we used to call him the boat maker, canoe maker, the poo canoe. Sorry, the canoe maker, the poo canoe, because his shits would have this perfect scoop out of it, and because of the shape of the sculpted shit, his shits would float.
Well, I think the question there is, like, has he told you?
No, he'd quite often snap his shit out and get us in to check it out.
Do you know it was a hemorrhoid, or thought he had bowel cancer or something? I don't know what's going on.
I don't know, but I tell you what, it was free entertainment. We didn't have a lot of money on us back in those days. We'd just been moved from the country to the city, and whenever he'd snap off one of his poo canoes, it was... It was fucking good times in the share house. Good, fucking great laugh. But so the poo canoe. So are you dropping any poo canoes? Or
No, he shits it too fucking hard for the bloody hemorrhoid to make a dent in the fucking thing. So
how do you get rid of it? Like, could you? Not that I want you to. If you did a brown eye, could I see the hemorrhoid?
I think it could, because I checked with Kristen, and as she said, she has been doing getting the hair done. She's been getting the teeth white, and she said, "Oh, what's your beauty routine before the wedding?" I said, "I just want to get rid of this fucking hemorrhoid." Oh. I don't know. So what I did was, because I had one before, because you sort of stress out. You go, what is up? And around the arse, I'm getting a bit older. I'm 39. Is this the beginning of the year? What is this thing? Sometimes you feel like you just got shit caked up your ass, and you just go. It's just the little.
Can you feel it all the time? Is it sort of?
It's sort of what I did. I got some cream about 3 weeks ago, but then, like I do with most things, where you got to get cream, and it says, "Oh, use the cream until it's used up." Once I had relief after about 2 days, I stopped using the cream, and then I've just. But he snapped a few out, and the old hemorrhoid he's popped back up again. So I've got to get back on the anusol. It is
anusol. Fuck, they could have named that.
Brutal. Couldn't they call it bum dust or something, or
something?
Bum,
yeah,
fluff cream or something.
Anus. Do you need to put the name anus in it?
Wow, that's right. And I didn't want to go because we moved to Mornington. I didn't want to my first. I thought it was a hemorrhoid, so I thought I'll double check. I'll make sure I wipe my ass properly. It's all good. Have a shower. Hey, Kristen, can you come check this puppy out? She goes, yeah, that's a hemorrhoid. Because I didn't want to go to an actual doctor. First time meeting him. Hi, I'm Evan down in Mornington. Finding your local doctor. Hey, Doc, I know we've just met, but what do you reckon of my arsehole?
You're going out of town to ask about a hemorrhoid, I reckon. You're not going to the local chemist to ask for the anus rub or whatever it is. You're going at least 5 to 6 suburbs away.
Oh, definitely, yeah. You've got to get down to Portsea, down there.
I'd be going the other direction. I'd be going Dandenong, sort of.
Yeah, where that's like...
Part of the course. Everyone's got something hanging off their arsehole.
Something hanging off their arse.
But I remember... and this is going back. I remember Saturday Night Live back in the heyday, probably the greatest sketch. And I'm not a big Saturday Night Live fan. I reckon it's a lot of their shit's shit. But every now, I remember this one, and I remember it clearly because Cameron Diaz was in it.
Oh,
Cameron Diaz?
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz. Yeah,
Beautiful.
she was.
What era is this? Like Mask era, or
probably
is
a
this...
little after Mask when she was.
Sort
when
of,
people
something about Mary.
Yeah, probably something about Mary. Just gorgeous she was. Anyway, she was the. They get the celebrities in. She was the celebrity, and they did this great sketch where her and her and just one other lady were witches.
Yeah.
And they were sitting around this cauldron just, fucking look it up. And and they were just stirring this cauldron and they were just saying, oh, what is in this fucking cauldron? And they go, this smells like shit. And they were just going backwards and forwards saying what things smelt like. And this smells like a sumo wrestler took a dump on a burning tyre. And one of them, and Cameron Diaz, one of them was, this smells like a truck driver's haemorrhoid cushion. And I remember it was, I didn't know what a haemorrhoid was back then. I was like, what is a fucking haemorrhoid? I remember knowing it.
Yeah.
I remember I could tell it was funny because the crowd was laughing. I was like, what is a fucking haemorrhoid? And what is a haemorrhoid cushion?
Where does it go? Is it on your neck? Is it on your...
So the haemorrhoid, so the haemorrhoid cushion must be this big...
donut.
Like a donut. So your dirty little dollop on your anus just sort of hangs in the middle of the donut.
It would have to be big to go the donut.
Yeah, it's a big donut.
But if you had a real big one like a golf ball, I mean, you're not pulling out the pitching wedge. You need something to bloody give it, it would be quite painful if you had a big rock down there.
Horrible stuff.
No good.
Horrible stuff. So so is the cream the only way to get rid of the
I'm sure there's other ways, but the cream was working fine, and like I said, I felt a bit of relief. I thought we're past the bulk of it, like fucking COVID, and like COVID, this hemorrhoid's come roaring back to life. It's a fucking red zone down there. I'll give you the tip right now, mate.
It's affecting everyone in different ways.
It is, mate. It is.
So another thing I wanted to touch on,
Talk to me.
We're just talking about different ways. Obviously, COVID's
You're representing the hatch there, mate.
We got the hatch attire.
It's fucking boiling here.
It is fucking hot in this room.
It is.
So what was I fucking talking about? The way it affects you. And I was chatting because I'm in my early 40s. It's a fucking nightmare, COVID. But at the end of the day, I've had most of my fun as far as going out, hitting the town. This is it sucks. It sucks that missing out on your wedding's potentially in trouble. Sucks that missing out on gigs. But at the end of the day, it's more time home with the family, and
it's
surely that can't be such a bad thing.
No.
But what I feel for the bloody imagine
young
if this had
punks.
happened when you were 18, and when your whole life was going out and getting pissed 2, maybe 3 or 4 times a week. And I remember once, and this is how I think of how serious I would have taken it. I remember once it was daylight saving, so whenever that is. So it was when we lost an hour.
So that is when it goes to so that's November around about.
Potentially,
where it goes to summer, and you put the clock forward. So you're going into something. You got an extra hour. No, it's lighter, but you lose the hour.
I'm not sure.
That's how it works. So the clock goes forward. So say it's 12 o'clock during the...
Well, this is the one where you lose the hour. But anyway...
that's going into daylight savings.
Yes.
Fact check that, Big D.
Yeah, fact check that. And anyway, so and it fell on a Saturday night.
It always does.
And we were fucking... Does it?
Ever since I've ever known.
Does it?
Yeah, it's not like it's on the same date every year. It's on the weekend.
I thought that was a bit of a coincidence.
It's like, it's always on
a Saturday night.
Yeah. It's always a Saturday.
Motherfuckers. Why didn't someone tell me that 25 years ago?
But you're just going, oh, damn, it's
another
Tuesday.
Saturday night.
It's Tuesday and I lose
Why can't we do it on Tuesday? No one would give a fuck.
No, well, you're right.
Anyway, so I remember I was about 18 and going out was my life. I didn't really give a shit about anything else. Just wanted to go out.
And the meat works.
And the meaties, probably working down the meaties. Anyway, and I remember it was fall on a Saturday night and I didn't know, am I going to lose an hour at the pub? Like, is that like when it gets to... Maybe it was when it went forward now. Fuck me. This is going to...
it does go forward. So you lose an hour.
Lose an hour. Yeah.
Just exactly what you said 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I won't try and do the joke justice.
Anyway, so...
I was that shattered
that I was potentially going to lose an hour at the pub. So all of a sudden we're going, good time, it's midnight.
You know, happy hour doesn't happen. Do you lose happy hour?
Oh, but no, that's early in the night. so we're at the pub having fun, and the carriers used to shut at 12, where we at 3, where
called?
we used to go. Carriers Arms.
Carriers.
We used to call it the swinging arms because there were so many fights afterwards.
Okay, nice.
So swinging arms everywhere.
Yeah.
So and I actually rang. I was that concerned. I rang the pub and I said, "Excuse me, if when it hits 12 and the clock goes to 1, does that mean we've only got 2 hours left at the pub, even though the clock just hit 12?" And he said, "Yeah, we technically have an hour less." I was like, "Fuck, that can't be fucking right."
Did you also go, and does it always
Is it always
happen on
Saturday
night?
Can you do something about that? And he goes, "Mate, I'm just fucking answering the phone at the pub. I got no pull in this shit at all."
You're the 50th person who's fucking asked about this. I don't know what's
but
going on.
I just remember how shattered I was.
Oh, it was.
And I remember someone actually had to just to say to me, "But don't worry, swings and roundabouts, you
get an hour
get
back.
an hour back."
That's it.
So
and it's on a Saturday.
And it's also on a Saturday. So,
but doesn't it change though? Because when you're younger, you're thinking, that's an hour less of going out partying and being an animal. And now you're like, it's an hour less sleep.
Couldn't even give a fuck. Someone usually tells you on a Tuesday. You know, we put the clock back 2 days ago. Like,
did we?
God.
My fucking car stereo. The clock in my car's right again, is it?
Yeah, but anyway, so I just thought that was a good example of how much. But these kids are being told week after week. It didn't make sense. I didn't even really understand where I was going myself. But it just goes to show. Well, maybe I was an exception to the rule, but how passionate I was about going out. And imagine telling these kids that they've been able to go out for 18 months.
No. Well, I used to get
fucking nightmare.
You know how before a big game, you're nervous, you're tingly. I used to get that like on a Friday at work or something when you knew you had a big night out with the boys or something like that. You get that like goosebumps. You'd start getting a little tingle in your chest.
I had a mate Max that used to
come on, baby.
I had a mate Max used to point at my leg and he said you could tell because my leg would be starting to bop.
Yeah.
He had this little bop about me.
And then the Sunday, I remember because when you're younger, I was pretty desperate, and there were a lot of weekends where I didn't get any action with the ladies. If you have a look at the YouTube, you know that I'm not much of a specimen.
You're all right,
I'm all right. I'm 39. Cut me some slack.
I like you.
But thanks, mate. Thanks. Casting couch.
On the couch. Oh, boy.
Casting couch.
Camera's on.
It's warm, actually. Is that your plan? So I'll get to Sunday and go, damn, I've got to wait like 5 more days to possibly get a chance at, getting some action, because I wasn't a midweeker because I was working. I was landscaping, so I was always up early.
Yeah.
I didn't really get pissed during the week because sometimes, but it was always desperate times when it got to Sunday and you knew you'd missed out on maybe getting some action.
Oh, it sucked. Or the Sunday game of footy. Fuck.
Yeah.
They were rare, but God, when you played a Sunday game of footy.
I played 2002.
Well, they'd go.
I was at Port Melbourne.
Yep.
And I reckon out of 18 games, 14 of them were on a fucking Sunday. And just horrific.
The moment that I got the draw, I would have said to the coach, "Are we any chance of saving this? Changing this?"
Yeah.
I'm fucking ahead of you.
I said, I'm going to start playing local footy. This is bullshit. So
that sucks.
But no. And then you got to live with your parents if you're living at home, don't you? You go out to get away from your parents.
Being stuck with your parents.
Stuck inside,
bloody
night. I feel for you.
I feel for all those young people that this should be the prime of their life.
Yeah.
They
What
should
am
be
I
having a
whinging
ball.
about? Who cares about a wedding?
On a fucking wedding,
I
mate.
can still drink by myself.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
I love it.
You're doing all right.
I love it. So what else is going on?
I don't know, but I am about to shit my pants. Because we came in here and had
You've had 35
I've
Kit
had
Kats.
3 Kit Kats.
I slipped a bloody laxative in your
and I've had a
dry ginger ale.
I've had a
that's
glass
been sitting there
of
for 3 months.
of flat dry ginger ale. I don't know what, but it is. My guts are.
Do you want to get out?
Oh no, we're nearly at the end.
Well, can
I'll
we
tell you
pause
what.
it? We can pause it.
No, we'll
You push
continue
through
on.
it.
Just if you
That's
hear me
what I
go,
like. This is like
you hear me
COVID,
go
mate.
quiet
You're
for a
just
bit. I
pushing
might.
through.
And also, is it getting hot in here?
Yeah, mate.
Hang on.
You set the temperature
Oh,
bloody
I
45.
don't know, but I'm very uncomfortable at the moment.
Well, you're wearing a jumper,
My-
tracksuit pants, and a
sweating like a
beanie.
dog, Mark.
Maybe take your beanie off.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a chance.
Beanie off
You
was a good
idiot.
start.
You've got
Fucking,
a scarf
what am I
on. You're
doing?
wearing thermal underwear.
I'm not a.
And you've turned the heater to 55.
And I'm about to shit myself.
hot in here.
Do you reckon you get hot
You're
when you start?
Oh, yeah. Well, the temperature, that's when you either get the little tingles in your stomach
When
and,
you're about to
and
shit
your
yourself.
chest. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm going to shit myself. So that's no good. But
Yeah, so the
you
moment
gotta-
this is done, I'm ducking to the toilet. And
Yeah.
it could get messy. So.
Well, how long have you got? Should I go through? Because I got the, I did obviously the acting.
Oh, yeah,
Remember how I was, you look a bit pensive there. Mate, wind it up quick and we'll do this next week.
We'll do this on the next ep. We're just clicked on the 30 minutes. It's been a good ep. Let's not ruin it now by
I don't know
shitting
if
me
we
pants.
covered anything. But, so probably the wedding's not going ahead. I just want to say a big shout out as well because I went up and watched my brother up.
Oh.
All right, I'll quickly
How long's
get
this
this.
story going to fucking go for?
It's just a shout
just
out.
kidding.
It's just a
It's
shout out. I went out.
No, I don't want to cut it short.
I went
Shout
out
out
to
needs to be.
Alinda and caught up with. Watched my brother play up there, up at Alinda, up in the sticks. Well, he was playing
A one-off
He
or?
was playing at Upweight. No, he was
He
playing.
signed.
He was playing a one-off early because his good mate
And
Mitch.
he got the taste for it.
He got the taste. He got.
He fell for that hook, line and sinker.
Yeah, well,
just
you
play
never-
a one-off, mate.
Well, he's sort of one of these guys as well who, because he didn't want to play local because he said, I want to, if I do anything, I want to do it 100%. So,
Not that locals. That's a bit of a kick in the guts for every local fucking footballer out there.
No. But what happened was people would say, "Oh, you've only got to train Thursday."
That's
And
not
he goes,
him. He's
"Nah,
a competitive
he's
beast.
a competitive beast. You know, I
Because
go
he's
in
been
there.
running long distances.
Oh,
hasn't he?
he has, mate. Yeah, like 60 Ks. And every time
How
I
old's
get
he?
he's 33.
Oh, so he's still got a fair bit of
34. He's got
10
probably-
years of footy out of him.
Well, if it's anything like you, he's probably still got 30 the way you're going. So he said...
Probably
"Nah,
got high standards, Heath, I'd say.
probably just a touch, but hey, don't beat yourself up. So he said, nah, I'm not going to play unless I can go 100%. So now he's training
2 nights a week.
Tuesday, Thursday,
Good on
from
him.
Airport West to Alinda. You know, just a lazy, 2-hour drive. But he's doing that. He's going to finish the season if he ever
good on
can
him.
finish
Finals?
the season. They may be in finals contention.
Because I heard, and this is going to affect a lot of people, but if this, a lot of clubs, if this little lockdown, obviously today's a write-off, we're not playing footy today.
Not today.
Next week, we'd have to be doubtful. We'd have to be 50-50, I would
Yes.
say. And if it goes any longer, I've heard on the grapevine, extended season.
Till like,
No, grand final still finish the same day, no matter how, and then it's top 4, 1 play 4, 2 play 3, straight into the granny.
okay. So if you could finish first and essentially be knocked out in the first round.
By 4th place. Oh, easily, and I'm sure it would happen quite a bit,
That's
especially in this season of
It's just uncertain, isn't it?
uncertain times,
You never
uncertain
know.
results.
Well,
And
so
a lot of clubs, my shit's gone back in for the record, so
Oh,
we're good to go.
fantastic.
But the Wave,
that's good. Cork it.
Cork and
You get the wave later.
the
It will
wave's
come
coming
out like a freight train.
So, a lot of clubs at the moment. I mean, imagine if you're no wins or 1 win or 2 wins, and this has happened, this lockdown happened, and you're coming back for 2 or 3 games. God, the wheels would have to be falling off, wouldn't they?
I think blokes, even just chatting to a few blokes, the motivation. I know what it's like. If you skip a few weeks, it's just the uncertainty, not knowing when.
What are you
When
training
to
for?
train for? It's like it's almost like tennis. You know how like if you're getting ready for a game, someone's playing before you, and they do an epic 5-setter, which goes for like 4 hours.
Yep.
Like, how do you prepare for that? You're tired, you're up.
Oh,
you're
that's a
down,
good point,
you're
Evan.
bloody- That's crazy.
That's a
It's
good
crazy.
point.
It's like daylight savings. So I want to say, big shout out. You speak of coaches, how they're going to prepare. Ginkgo, who coaches up at Alinda, he's a big listener of the pod.
Nice one. Well,
He's a good
Ginkgo?
man.
Ginkgo. Hats off to you, mate, because you're
And
playing.
Steeny. So
How many coaches they got up
Paulie Steen. Well, he's not coaching. He's down playing there. He's a great man, Steeny, and Ginkgo. Thanks for tuning in, boys.
Well, Ginkgo, you perfectly executed coaching 101 by getting Heath Hocking down for 1 game and getting him to sign for the year. That is fucking great work. He was, as if that wasn't part of your
plan.
long-term plan. Heath fell for it, thought he was popping down for a kick to help a mate out, and before you know it, he's running around in ankle-deep
He
mud.
signed up.
in Shitter's
Bloods.
Ditch. But he
I think
might
they're
get a
the Bloods.
flag, so what a treat.
You never know. So good luck,
For the
good luck,
Bloods.
Ginks and Steenie, mate. Lift your game, pull your socks up, and you can play ones by the end of the year. We love you, mate. So they were going to get it, mate.
So, well, I'm betting that my body temperature's through the fucking roof. If you shot me with one of those little COVID little temperature guns at the moment, I'd be in the fucking 70s.
You've
I
got
reckon.
COVID,
I'm going to go.
Give it a dug off.
That's it. What an episode. Hopefully next time we talk to you.
Have relieved yourself.
No. Well, we're going to have to record another ep. So it's hard doing double eps when a week's such a long time.
Well, this will probably change from when it's released Tuesday.
Of course it will.
I might not even be here. Who knows?
So we're going to have to do one of your little intros.
We're going to have to do the little intro at the
Yes,
start. But good luck, Tommy. You better run off.
I better run off.
And to everyone else, thanks for tuning in. Get on the Good Banter Instagram page. Get on the YouTube. It just adds a bit. We're all over the place. We're in Tommy's joint. We're in Parks. We're on this casting couch in Brayside. It is all happening, and you miss little snippets when you're just listening. But put us on in the background. You can have a look at us. You can watch Tommy's facial expressions as he almost shits himself. That's pretty funny.
It's not good.
And hit us up at reallygoodbanter@gmail.com. Tell your friends about the pod. That's how it spreads. That's how it's spread out. It's like COVID. Just get close to people and tell them. Whisper in their ear.
Wind it up.
And just get on the good banter.
Good Banter. Episode 38.
See you later.
Good banter. That's a good banter.